Greensboro neighbors love their dogs, cats, really all kinds of pets. In fact, so much so, we have a Bark Park right here in Greensboro. It's in Country Park, walkable, and for the dogs and for the people too. And this is just one of many things that cater to dogs in Greensboro. In fact, a lot of businesses cater to our pets as well. Greensboro dogs think this place is great, and a lot of people think it's even better. This is Ark Barks. It's a really special business right in Greensboro doing amazing things for amazing people. Brooke Ward is the assistant director here at Ark Barks. Can you tell us the Ark Barks story?
Yeah, so the Ark Barks, we started through the Ark of Greensboro about 3.5 years ago, and it was all started due to one man's story, Mr. David Clapp. And David's mother, Pat Clapp, today he's 59 years old, and he just saw that he needed more opportunities, more chances for independence. And during that time, he had early signs of dementia. He was about 40 pounds overweight, and she could tell that he needed more chances for independence. So we ended up, or Pat ended up going to the Ark and just threw out this idea, what if we started a dog treat company? And they started at their house, and then they eventually moved to the basement of a church, and more and more people found out about it, and then eventually grew to this location.
Do you have a lot of friends here?
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
Does it make your life better working here?
Yes.
So tell me about the people who work here at Ark Barks.
So everyone here, they're adults with special needs. That's developmental or intellectual disabilities. And everyone here, they come for job training services. So everyone enrolls. It's about $4 a day in our program. And they're learning skills from making and baking our treats to how to utilize our industrial equipment. We have our mixers, we have our ovens, our peanut grinders, and customer service. Everyone learns customer service. And going out and doing sales experience, and from making our invoices to actually using our accounting software.
What are you making?
Can you say please?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's baby dolly treats.
You're making a special treat here. What shape?
This is a North Carolina.
It's the shape of North Carolina. What are you making? And for what shape are those in? Hearts? Do you like working here? What do you like about working here, John?
The experience of making the peanut butter treats, and that we're a team.
What goes into the treats?
Peanut butter, whole wheat flour, water, oil, and oats.
And a whole lot of love, it looks like to me.
Yes, a whole lot of love.
Are you always smiling like this?
Yes,
Is it because of the work you do here and the friends around you?
I love it. It's fun.
How have you seen it really change people?
Basically, everyone that comes in here, when it's your first day, you might be a little timid, but everyone's given, like I said, the chance for independence, the chance to learn new skills, and it's something that's very important. Adults with special needs, there's not enough programs out there for them to shine and show off their skills, and so here everyone's given the chance to just learn new things and to go out and find paid employment.
Do you have dogs?
Yes, I do.
Do they like these treats?
Yes.
How many can they eat?
A lot. Yes.
What would you tell people about these treats?
That they're barking good. A dog's tail doesn't lie.
Well said. You are a marketer at heart. Great job. Enrollment, grants, and sales support Ark Barks' mission, and you can actually buy Ark Barks treats at the Fresh Market and Lowe's food stores. You can also come into their storefront, which is at 2823 Spring Garden Street in Greensboro, and you will be greeted by lots of smiles, maybe even a hug and a high five. You can also go online to arkbarks.com. That's ARCBARKS.com. Another Greensboro business has gone to the dogs, actually for 15 years now. Yellow Dog Design, making all things for dogs and for people too. We'll explain that in a moment. Mike Dempsey, co-owner of Yellow Dog Design. Hey, thanks for having us.
Thank you for coming out.
How did you get started in this business?
I used to sell this printing and decided that I was going to go into business with my brother. And we went to the bank. They gave us a loan of all things. And we bought some equipment and went into business in 2000, January of 2000.
Why Greensboro?
We're from Greensboro, and we have a strong sense of community, and we decided to stay right here.
How is it doing business in Greensboro?
It's great. We know a lot of people here. We get a lot done, and our workforce is from the area, and we have very little turnover, so it's a good thing.
So can you show us how it's made?
Absolutely. Let's go see.
Okay, we're starting in the ink room, and of course we'd expect you to have ink, but this ink actually dyes paper, is that right?
Absolutely. We custom make all of our inks. We do it right here under one roof. Everything is done under one roof here in Greensboro. And we custom make them here, and we probably have over 500 different types of ink in here that we will print paper and then transfer that paper onto fabric.
So you bring that custom-made ink into this room?
Absolutely. We come in here and we have a 6-color press where we load the ink up and we print paper. And that paper we slit and then transfer onto our fabric that we buy in North Carolina, in Hickory, North Carolina.
So show us how it's done. We're actually kind of seeing some paper move through here right now. What's happening?
Right now, he's running the paper through here, and he is only printing 2 colors, and it's 2 color stations working, and then at the end you can see the color or the paper coming out. And this paper will look nothing like what it looks like once it gets to fabric.
Yeah, I have to say, it kind of looks, the colors are a little muted almost right now.
They are muted, and but once that heat and pressure hit that paper and that fabric, it just explodes in color. And that's what we're doing right here. We're taking that paper, as you can see, and transferring it to the fabric.
And you can see the color changes.
Absolutely. You can see it here on the Seahawks. It's kind of dull on the paper, but then you can see here it just explodes in color once it hits the fabric.
And it's all because of heat?
Heat and pressure is what it is. It's a little bit of magic in there as well.
So it's not just dog collars and leashes. These are a little too skinny to be those.
Absolutely. We do a lot of different products, a lot of different transferring. This is a shoelace, and this is going to be a giveaway for New Balance that we will send to a customer. They will make shoelaces out of it and give it out at running events.
And what are the kind of things are you making here?
We make men's and ladies' belts. We make eyewear retainers, which we call banana peels. We make elastics. We also do a lot of ribbon printing as well.
Even harnesses, I hear.
Absolutely. We have a whole horse line. It's called Red Hot Horse, and it is about 150 different designs in it, and it's done like our dog collars and very, very popular.
Everywhere I look, Mike, I see reams and reams of ribbon and fabric of all different patterns. About how many do you have?
Roughly over 350 different patterns in here, and you can see them on spools right now. So once after we transfer that, we roll them to spools, and then we custom cut each and every order. We make to order.
Because you might need a short leash, a long leash, a short collar, a long one.
Absolutely, and the key to staying in business is not carrying a lot of inventory. And so we don't carry a lot of finished inventory, we just carry fabric, and that makes a big difference for us.
And I see a lot of different designs. Are they your designs? Where do they come from?
A lot of these are our designs, but we also have a lot of artists on staff that produce art for us, and then we pay them a royalty. And so if anybody aspiring artist out there want to submit any art, we would love that. We tried to do a program with elementary schools so we could do and give back to the schools in town. We're doing that in Burlington a little bit, but it needs to expand.
So now we're at the finishing part of the process.
Absolutely. After we've cut it, we've sewn it, it comes here to be finished, and really this is the first time the customer is going to see the product. So we have some great people in finishing that have done it for a long time. We're known for the way we pack it, the careful way we pack it, and when they open it up, they see a bunch of color and a great product.
So we know we can get it online. Where can we find it in stores?
All Pets Considered here in Greensboro carries a huge line of ours, and we're all over the state, and then we're in every state and on every continent.
Through online, of course. I see a lot of dogs wandering around. It seems to be just part of the philosophy here.
Absolutely. We're kind of laid back here. We have a job to do, but we also like to enjoy what we're doing, and we bring in our dogs if you want to. Right now, I think we've got about 10 each and every day.
And of course, the name, Yellow Dog Design. Who is the yellow dog?
Yellow Dog was my yellow lab, Sugar, and this past July I had to put Sugar down. She was 16 and a half and cried like a baby, but she was a great dog, but that's where the name came from, was my dog Sugar.
What a legacy.
She was a good girl.
Browse the website yellowdog-design.com for dog tags, leashes, dog collars, and even a few things for your children. You can also buy the designs in stores across the city, and it's all made in downtown Greensboro. Hey, I want you to meet Beaumont. This is my new friend, and he comes to you from Red Dog Farm. Lauren really is the executive director of Red Dog Farm. What exactly is Red Dog Farm, and how did you get your start?
Sure. Red Dog Farm is an animal rescue organization focused on fostering and rehabilitating and rehoming animals in need throughout the Triad area. We started in 2006. We were founded in 2006 by Garland and Gary Graham because we realized that there was quite a need, especially for domestic farm animals, to have some place to go when something happened with their owners, or perhaps maybe when they were found as strays running down the street, as this fellow was.
And so, of course, we're seeing animals with us, but we're not in a shelter. This is a foster home for these animals.
This is a foster home. So all of these animals that come here to this particular farm and to many of the farms in the area are treated just like someone's own personal pet until they find their forever home. But the rescue then pays for all of the vet bills, pays for the supplies that maybe the foster homes need, such as food, hay, that kind of thing.
So how do you make that happen?
We make it happen through private donations. So our budget is solely made up of $5 and $10 and $50 donations that folks maybe send in every year. And we also utilize a number of fundraisers throughout the year, such as Dogs on the Catwalk, which happens every March, such as Whiskey for Whiskers that we did this past September. And then we've got some events coming up in April and May and June even.
So how can people help other than donating money?
Sure. They can consider fostering an animal. We do everything from goats and sheep and emus that you see here to horses and cows to dogs and cats and even reptiles such as bearded dragons. So really, if you're not if you don't have a farm and you can't do a goat, perhaps maybe you could do a kitten or a chinchilla for us and foster one of those. You can also volunteer at some of our upcoming events as well. And just honestly spread the word. Tell people that we're even here so that animals like these guys and some of the dogs in our program can get adopted and find forever homes.
Have you been a longtime animal lover? Did you grow up with farm animals?
I have. Well, not so much farm animals. I grew up sort of in my friends' barns. We never had one ourselves, but I spent a lot of time working with dogs and small animals and cats. And so this has really kind of become a labor of love ever since I took my job a few years ago.
And to see these animals get healthy and get into new homes, what does that mean to you?
It means that we're making a difference. Each of these guys needs some place to go. In many ways they feel like maybe they've been abandoned, and it gives us the opportunity to really just make sure that their next home is their forever home. And so it lets me sleep a little bit easier at night.
About how many animals have you placed over the years?
We actually have reached 2,000 animals in total, or a little over 2,000 animals, so we're very excited about that. In the 8 years since our inception, 2,000 animals is quite a bit for us, so we're thrilled.
And if you want to learn more about Red Dog Farm, get involved, volunteer, foster an animal, make a donation, just go to their website. It is reddogfarm.com. Whether you have dogs, cats, or maybe some more interesting animals like goats and emus, people love their pets. And of course, sometimes they like to have their pets with them all the time, perhaps hanging on their walls in the form of art, of course. Adrian Doss has done many of these types of paintings over the years. Thank you.
So welcome, Rosemary. Thank you for being here. Welcome to my studio.
I love it. How did you get started in art and painting? What inspired you?
Well, I worked all my life in some sort of art field. I worked as a graphic artist for about 20 years. And then when we moved to North Carolina, I'm originally from Atlanta. We moved up here in the late 70s, and I decided to give that up and pursue my true love, which is fine art. And I just started drawing, taking classes, and have studied with some amazing artists over the years. I've been really fortunate. I actually did go to UNCG for a few years too, and took some classes there. My favorite was sculpture. But I studied with a wonderful artist named Albert Handel, who's from Santa Fe, New Mexico. And he was my main mentor over the years. And I paint in both pastel and oil.
And lots of animals. Are you just an animal lover? How did you kind of end up in this realm?
Well, I am an animal lover. I've always loved animals. And it started because I decided to give a friend a gift of a little tiny painting of their dog. And it just exploded from there. And I paint a lot of cows. Something about cows. I think I'm through with cows. I've been painting them for years. And I go, okay, enough with the cows. And I'll be driving down the road and I see a herd of cows and I just slam on the brakes and go, oops, I guess I'm not through yet. They just really speak to me. I love the way the light hits them at certain times of day and lights up their ears and their backs and things like that.
Their eyes. They have something about their eyes.
There is their eyes. And when you paint an animal, it's all about, to me, their eyes, their nose, and the shapes of their ears and how they hold their ears. And in dog portraits especially, that's what says this is your lab or your cocker or whatever breed you have. It's the way they hold their ears and the shape of their eyes. And just, people tell me that I capture the soul of an animal, and that to me is the greatest compliment they could give me.
That really is.
Yeah.
So what is your process? Do you photograph the animals first, spend some time with them? How do you come to your finished product?
That is what I prefer. If the animal lives within 2 hours of me, I will go photograph them myself so that I get to see their personality, touch them, play with them a little bit, just really see the true colors, because the camera doesn't capture the true colors. It just gives us an approximation. And then I go from there. And I talk to the owner. I find out what their expectations are and what they want. And many times, if you've looked at my website or my work, a lot of my paintings are headshots. I'm more interested in that animal's face. Yeah, I do the whole body too, but I'm really more interested in that animal's face. And I have a conversation with them when I paint them, especially the cows.
It's just like people. You have to talk to them, right?
That's right. They're our four-legged fur babies.
Now, I know you do a lot of giving back in the Greensboro community, and we're grateful for that. Red Dog Farm is one of your passions.
Oh, I just think they are phenomenal. It's a great group of people, but they do something that most other animal rescue groups don't do, and that's that they rescue all kinds of animals, farm animals as well as domestic animals, and that's just really special. We've always had animals, and we used to have horses, and just, they're an important part of your life.
How, if people want to have a painting done by you, or if they want to buy one that you already have, how can they get in touch with you?
They can visit my website, which is adriandoss.com, and email me through my website, or they can go to Tyler White Gallery right here in Greensboro and see my work there, and we can commission a painting through Tyler White. I love working with them. They are the best. I've been working with them for many years. And in Chapel Hill, you can find my work at Peacock Alley Gifts.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
You are so welcome, Rosemary. Thank you.
And again, that is adriandoss.com or the Tyler White Gallery, which is in Greensboro on State Street. A good relationship with your dog is really key to a long relationship with your dog. And Don Brown has learned a whole lot about that over the years, working with dogs, owning dogs, and working with people too. He is the owner of Lifestyle Dog Training. When do people run into problems with their dog? When does it kind of first start?
When they get it. Usually it's a young dog. It can also be the choice of dog that they get, and it's their problems are commensurate with their own experience. So many times I see we get our lives in a situation where we are ready to take on a dog. We think we're ready to take on a dog, and the dog comes in and they have no idea what's going on. So they look for help in dealing with it, and a dog can change your life, and especially if you get a teenage dog. Dogs are wonderful creatures, but just like when you have a baby coming into the house, it becomes every day is going to affect your decision making and affect how you feel, because that dog is not just going to leave and come back a week later and say you're ready for me yet.
So what do you do with the dogs and the owners who come? How do you help them to develop a better relationship?
A relationship is built on understanding, and the understanding comes from observation. The dog's not going to speak English to you, but you're going to interpret behaviors with your dog. You can't help but interpret it because you're wanting to find out how to fix your dog. We bring out, when a person comes here, we do an evaluation, and the evaluation is merely to benchmark where the dog's head is at. And I use my dogs, which are sighthound type dogs. They're softer. That doesn't mean they're not athletic or strong or bullheaded. It's that their approach is a little bit softer than like having a German Shepherd with a hammer.
You obviously love dogs. Is that what keeps you doing this for so long?
Every day, I just live with these guys. Yes, my wife got me into it. Burned bridges 35 years ago. She had an Irish Wolfhound and a Collie and a German Shepherd. And if I was going to be married, I would have to like the dogs. And within the first couple of years, we blossomed from 3 dogs to about 8 dogs. I don't think I'm really a dog leader. I try to be significant good so that when I say something to the dog, that they turn around and say, what? Right. And there's a response time to that. And that's what I look for. If a dog is giving me a cold shoulder all the time, we're not having a good relationship. A dog's not listening to me, as we say.
Hello there. They're sizing me up, I think. Well, you can really benefit from Don's years of experience and relationships with so many dogs, and you can find out a whole lot more about it by going to lifestyledog.info. Want to learn a little bit more about some of these pet businesses in Greensboro, or want to see them again? Check out the city's YouTube channel. You'll find the link by going to greensboro-nc.gov.